Welcome back. This is part 3, and I have like a table of talking points I kept aside. I think this is like the best way to wrap it all up and put it in one smallest possible video, and maybe some few things I missed. Number one, look always at the map layout, understand what it is. If you never played it before, it's important. This is how it looks like. We might spawn this area, we might spawn in this area, and that's pretty much it. Movement, march speed, and tier 1. If you have a fast unit, you check with the what do you call it, the officer. He's gonna tell you if you're going to be the one who's capturing this and that, or it's gonna be someone else. uh, every building, what they do, you need to check which every building of these guys does. The chess pieces looking guys usually are only points. This one is a healing speed up, so we know how important it is. This one is damage buff and defensive buff. So all of them are important, but this one is the most amount of points. This one is less points, but gives damage and defensive. This one gives heal, and you can check the table. I left it in the previous part 2 description. There is a link. It shows the units points for each one of them. Sorry, it shows up the amount of points capturing per minute and when you're first capturing. Join rallies. Whenever somebody rally, please join. It's usually it's useful. You always need to support your rally. Don't just stand there fighting in the open field doing unimportant battles. Basically, the only important battle I would say it is to be preventing them from going inside the building. I'm gonna use the other map. Believe it's better. Okay, let's say they are going towards this one. I can come in and cut them out before reinforcement. Let's say they want it. They have the building. They have inside it, but maybe they have one armor, two armor, and they are sending two or three. Usually they don't notice, but if I have a big enough a troop and I'm strong, I usually cut their path. So that green line is presenting how I cut it. And I'm killing them before they go inside, and that way I prevented them from making the defensive position, the strategic defensive good position for them. They can't go inside the building and become strong and we can't attack it. Now, if it's one or two troops or two marches, let's say, or two commanders in this thing, yeah, two armies, whatever you want to call it, usually you can do it by swarm, like one or two guys, they are already nearby it, and instead of waiting for the rally, we can capture it. That's also not a bad idea. But if there's like 4, 5, 6, it's a bad idea. You're gonna waste tons of resources like healing up your troops, these speed ups, because you're gonna die, and you're gonna delay the rally because you're still there. You didn't go back to help us with the rally, and it's a really bad idea. The only thing to be good doing with the troop next to a building occupied by an enemy is preventing them from going inside it, like showing over here. Okay. Another talking point, listen to instructions. Please listen. Once we say go to the rally, go. Once we say cancel, you cancel the rally. Once we say don't join that rally, don't join that rally. Okay, don't leave the building completely empty. This is really nice because the enemy can be very sneaky. They can send like two two troops, literally two cavalry level 1. They can go all the way and they capture it. You see, they did the U-turn over there. Okay, but they can do that because why? Because we left this one and we went to the next one, right? We went over here and we kept this one 0. I can't write 0 with the mouse. Anyway, this one was empty. So they cut that one, and now some guys who are not smart enough, they will leave this one and they will go back to this one. Now that one is empty, and that is their objective originally, and they tricked us and they got it now because we left it empty. So don't leave the building completely empty. You have like 3 marches at least, or 4. So it's easily can be done to leave at least 1,000 troop, or 2, or 5,000, or 50, or 30, whatever, depends on your power, how many troops you can leave to defend the building that's far away from them, even though the battlefield it's all over here, right? Because we captured all 4. We captured this one, this one, this one, and this and this. So the battle is gonna be in like here. right? That type of shape. So still, don't leave these guys empty completely. Leave some units. And the moment you get rallied, they're smart. They shouldn't do it because we will notice from far distance. But the moment you get rallied or attacked, inform. Hey, they're coming. If you can't say it in the voice, you're not in the Discord chat, it's okay. Just type it down in the game chat and in the Discord if you are there. Do it both. That way we notice immediately. Okay, you're alone. You have, I don't know, 5,000 troops. There is a guy attacking you with the 10,000. They're gonna take it. Hopefully they are smart. It will be a cavalry, so we can easily support you with some infantry, and that way we stop them. Another talking point. Don't forget to get some ruins. Yes, before the match, before this happened, you need to have all your troops inside the city so you can join the Ark of Osiris. So you don't farm, you don't gather, you don't send out your troops to gather runes. But before much earlier, so you are prepared, try to get the attack buff, the attack rune, and try to get the much speed, anything useful, even the defense if you couldn't find either of these, or healing speed, anything will help you. These runes, these buffs, they stay inside the game. And use your boosts. Yes, there is a damage boost, there is a defensive boost, and there is a, what they call it, boost. Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? These items you have in the game that they help you, and they will apply also in the Ark of Osiris, so your units will be stronger. Comment time, please. You see the email, follow it, and join the email. Now, this is a very important thing that happened a lot. Don't join the rally from far away, please. Watch the time, because the rallies in Ark of Osiris, we can set it as a 1 minute only. That's gonna be very fast. 5 minutes is the regular minimum outside of Ark of Osiris, but inside Ark of Osiris, it's a 1 minute. We can make it 1 minute. So basically, what I have seen people doing is like. Let's change from green, we put yellow. They are in here, they're still in the main spawning point, we started the game with it. And they joined my rally while I'm in here. Do you know how many minutes this is? This is like 5 to 6 minutes, it depends on what troop types you have and what kind of commander. This is 5 to 6 minutes, and instead of going in 1 minute, we have to wait for you like 6 extra minutes. That's a lot. That's a lot. You're slowing us down like a lot. The enemy team should already have occupied all of this. Literally all of it. Because of just this move you have done. You're slowing us down. So please don't do it. Please notice where you are, or if you can rally, if you can join the rally or not, or if you should or not, or maybe start your own rally. So, for example, I'm going for this one with a rally. Yeah, go. Okay, I came back. I had to cut. This is like maybe the third or the fourth take. Something happened and I have to cut the video. Uh, doesn't matter. Anyway, um, let me continue. So basically, if you start a rally, it's not always a good idea to go join the other one. Sometimes you need to battlefield. You try to be smart, and sometimes it's good to join the rally that's already happening. Sometimes you need to make your own rally. So I think that's pretty much covering all the talk points, and that pretty much cover everything except the last big part, which I tried to research as much as possible. I'm still not sure of it, but this is what I got so far. It's about the arc. The arc, I believe, gives tons of points, a lot. How? It's like we send a unit that is hopefully fast, so they can't catch it. It will spend seconds capturing it, or let's say carrying. It's like, you send some type of an animal like a horse or camel or something. It's gonna carry some package for you, and it's gonna take time loading that package, and then you're gonna send back the courier to your base or whatever. That thing takes time to load up the things, and it will look like this. I'll go in the game. Hopefully there is something I can show you how it looks like. If there is a rune, when you're capturing a rune, the rune of like a shrine or something, usually, yeah. Once you capture it, okay, there's like a small white circle around it. That circle shows like how long it's gonna take to capture, right? Let's go and set the tier 1. Remember why I said tier 1? Because they are the fastest. This is what I do. Here you go, it's 3 minutes 40 seconds. Anyway, so you're not gonna wait 3 minutes just to see that icon. I think all of you seen it so far. It's that small icon when you are picking up a rune. That's the indicator you're gonna see when you are picking up the Ark of Osiris. I don't know how many you can pick up. I don't know if you can pick up a lot. These things you need to look at, search it, because I literally spend a lot of time researching, trying to understand for myself before I even start playing the first match. Nobody given enough information. Nobody have done a good guide. Hopefully, if I figure out all of these things, I'll maybe make part 4 also for like these small tricks, small ideas. Can we pick more than one? Can the same guy make more matches, more troops, and pick more? Does it matter how big is the what do you call it, the march or like the army? Nobody talks about these. All I know that they can attack you to prevent you from picking it up, and we have to attack them to prevent them from picking it up. I can kill them. I don't know if they still keep it even on top of them if you attack, because the rune usually you still keep it even if you started the fight with that troop. Okay, because it's like a buff on your account or a buff in your city right now. It's not on that troop. But the arc, it's like on the troop, and the troop have to come back to your place. So they don't even mention anything about the army size, army power, or even if they attack you, does it stay or not? If they kill you, for sure it doesn't stay. That I know it. And pretty much they don't even say if it's even to your city or like to another something like this, the spawning point. But I know for sure it's not the spawning point because last time we did it, we didn't have to go all the way here. The guys were going back to the green area. None of this information is there in the game, which is silly, and I find it very lacking, to be honest. At least, thank God, at least somebody did this, and they gave us the points per minute if you capture one of these points, one of these buildings, let's say. I think that's everything you need to know about the Ark of Osiris. Pretty much this is what you need to know. I summarize it in this one big thing. 9 points here. The 10th point, capture the arc and return with it. Make sure to prevent the enemy from capturing it. Nice spelling, doesn't matter. Okay. If you have any extra information or any questions, tell me. If it's useful information, I'll add it. I'll make a part 4 or I will write it in the description. Hopefully, I remember. And if you have a question, also tell me. Maybe I'll make another video to explain it if it's a complicated answer or if it's long, you know. Otherwise, I'll just put it in the description as a text or just tell you guys. Basically, these videos I'm making it is for us, for our alliances. If other alliances need it or you guys feel free to share it, give them this information. I believe our kingdom, our entire server is united somehow. We're not like in a wars or anything. We're like basically one family trying to grow up in strength together, better than being separated and in battles and wars. Blah blah blah. Uh, Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully I don't need to make part 4. See you. Bye.